Hello and welcome everybody to this show, The Less Stress in Leadership with BeeKonnected. And today I have a dear guest, Denise Blashko. Is that right?
Yeah, it's good.
My name is Dr. Annika Sorensen, and I am hosting this show. And I live in Sweden. I'm a medical doctor, and I love to do this to get to know people. And I'm not going to bore you with my background. You can go to the left hand side. You see the images, and there is a link where you can join my Be Calm leadership group. And if you do that, I'll let you in, and you can find the replay of the first session of this show where I talk about why I do this and who am I and all those things. But today I'm going to talk with my guest. And my guest today is Denise. She lives in British Columbia, Canada, and is a solution-focused coach and a color energy practitioner with over 10 years of supporting people, teams, and organizations to clarify their vision and create the action plan for their journey to success. That's good. People need help to find their success in their life. She is passionate about building community and connecting people, as it is such a foundational piece of the conversation. And I can absolutely agree on that. And now, please tell us a little bit more about your journey to become what you are today and why you're doing it and so on.
Sure. Yeah, no. Well, this is great. I really appreciate being on the show, Dr. Annika. So thank you very much. And yeah, my journey, we all have our stories, but mine certainly started way back in my high school sport days where I played a lot of sports and just loved it. And as we got better in our sports, we would get coaches. Right. And so we would have high performance coaches that would talk to us about how to remain calm under stressful sports situations, how to be focused and diligent in our goals. And so, 4, 5, 6 years of having coaches, I just kept thinking, wow, this would be so cool if businesses could have it and we could have it in our careers. And then, of course, lo and behold, the coaching industry really took off. And in my business opportunities where I had my careers, where I was, customer service manager, inside sales manager, of course, we would have training on manage yourself, manage your stress levels, how to give amazing customer service experiences. And again, we'd have coaches working with us. So I really just got the bug with all the high performance coaching, managing ourselves so that we can be showing up better in the world. And so, I started training and learning more about coaching and moved from sport coaching to management coaching. And then I found solution focused coaching, which is just kind of all about, yes, there's all kinds of things going on in the world, but how do we put them aside? How do we get very focused on what do you want? We all very clearly know what we don't want. I don't want this. I don't want that. But what do we clearly want? And that was a process to really learn that. So I loved my school training. And then I just brought it out into starting up my own business and bringing it out there to go back and work with athletes, go back and work with businesses. And I'm sure as a doctor, you'll appreciate this one. As much as I kept dancing between wellness coaching and business coaching, boy, if businesses and entrepreneurs and teams aren't healthy, aren't well rested, it's very difficult for them to have successful days in business. So I still dance in between the two of them because, again, I can help people with operations management or building a strong team or a strong culture. But again, if people are tired and sick, not healthy, not positive, we can't get very far. So
that's true.
I'm loving incorporating the two together.
It is a good mix because I was not an athlete. I don't have that part of the background. I was always in music one way or the other, choirs and that kind of thing. But it's still, you have to do with a teacher, you have to have a leader, you have to kind of follow the stream, just
Yeah.
like you do with the physical activities.
Yes.
And it's so great. Yes, I agree that it's so great that the coaching, um, the way of helping people to grow with coaching has also been moved over to business, because that is really a good thing to help businesses thrive. And as you say, if you don't feel well, you don't do a good job.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's hard to show up as a leader if you're unable to manage your own stress levels, right? So you got to manage your own stress levels to be able to help your team manage their stress levels, and even customers, right? Trying to help them not react to situations and calm that situation down so you can have a proactive dialogue so everyone can move forward. So
Yeah, and also if you have a company and you have, or whether it's just yourself, but you have people that you work with, since feelings and how we act and so on, they are contagious because of the brain, how we function. Then if you work in a good way, then you spread your goodness to the others, and the team will perform so much better also.
yep.
So there are even more levels of goodness in doing it, being a good person in the middle.
Absolutely. Yeah. And certainly there's no, pie in the sky thinking that, oh, I'll never have stress again in my day to day. It's reality that it's going to be there. It's going to show up. And again, it's just, great to learn from you and some of the other coaches in the BeeKonnected community on how do we manage that? Because the reality is it's going to keep coming, whether it's weather events, world events, local events, family events that happen that
Everything.
challenge us. Yeah.
And you know why it keeps coming? Because most people, I'm sure you do know. I'm going to tell you in a second, uh, but most people don't think about it that way. But stress is part of our basic way of being. It's a part of our life. You can't live without it. So if you don't have the stress system, you know what? You're dead.
Mhm.
So that's how easy it is to live totally stress free. It's impossible, because then you are 6 feet under, and that's not a place for businesses.
No.
So that's why you have to find a way to become friends with your stress system, how it works, and so on. So exactly, it will come.
Right. And how do we manage it when it's here and help others to manage it when it's here? And I've also learned I can't control others, so I just focus on controlling myself, and then hopefully, like you said, contagious, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So if
that
I
is
stay
so
calm, they stay calm.
that is so important, that how we if we stay calm, as you say, and you are in the middle of this group and people are scared or anxious or angry or whatever, and you just ground yourself and stay calm, they will eventually also be calmer.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Otherwise, you have to leave that group to find where else to be.
right. Yeah, that was one of the toughest tools to learn in coaching was we've got to meet people where they're at, even if
Yeah.
they're a little bit agitated. I need to meet them where they're at to be able to bring them down maybe one or two, right, points.
Mm-hmm.
And so at first it was like, oh, that was a little bit against my way, but you sort of had to match them and bring them down. Certainly not match someone that's very, very angry or very, very stressed, but it was a great tool and skill to use. And part of, I think, another reason why I started my own business was wanting that I could control who the clients were that I could work with. So for example, I know coaches can charge decent amount of dollars to be able to work with people, but my model is more, I think if we could get coaching out to as many people as we can, different ages, different groups, different kinds of business people, I think our world will just be better off. So that coaching isn't just for the elite athletes, the elite
Yeah.
managers and executives, elite business owners. The more we spread coaching, which is why I love BeeKonnected, because it's just a philosophy on our platform. So many coaches that are, focused on the future. What's our mindset? Being intentional now, right? Meditating, all those wonderful things that can help us in business. And I'd really like to, help with the movement of getting coaches to coaching practices to as many people as we can.
Are you mainly working one-on-one with people, or are you having groups or do presentations or speaking, or what's your model, so to speak?
Right. It was originally one-on-one, just starting and working that way, but now it is more working with groups and teams so that you can work with more people at one time, but also for each other to help each other and not just one-on-one. There's always still a time for one-on-one conversations, but that group model, I think that building of community is just something that adds to the opportunity for success for everybody, right?
Yeah, and people in the groups can often help each other because they hear someone who says something, "Oh, I have been doing that or seeing that or whatever," and, "Oh, you can do like that,"
Yes.
and things that they never, thought of, and that you as in a one-by-one conversation maybe don't touch.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a great model that I think all of coaching is shifting to, again, sort of the platform here with
Mhm.
BeeKonnected, where we can have groups, we can have online teaching, all those types of things, just to really level up, as I say.
Yeah, how long have you been with BeeKonnected?
Yeah, so about December of last year. So some days I feel like I've been here for a bit, and then other days I'm like, oh, I just still feel so new on the platform. But it was really a pretty cool thing for it to come across my world. I'd been searching for a year or two for a platform similar to this, just the current platforms that were out there, just something wasn't clicking for me. And then as some of the bigger platforms really started to control what could be seen, that really
Mhm.
started to be a challenge for me. One of my longstanding businesses is a virtual assistant business. So we do social media for dozens of businesses. And I just found it shocking that I could like and follow a page. I could be an admin of a page and I still would not see the posts in my feed. And there's just something wrong with that, right? And
Yeah.
so I didn't really like that. And so if you were a smaller person, I live in small towns, small villages, small communities, we're never going to be able to compete with a company that has millions of followers. We have hundreds of followers, thousands of followers, and if we can't figure out how to get our information seen, we can't really go very far. And for businesses to be spending so much time and money and effort on trying to build those social media followings, it just didn't sit right with me. So for years I've been looking for something different, and of course I found other video platforms, other different platforms, but boy, you're on 7, 8, 9, 10 other platforms. And so when I came across BeeKonnected, it was like, okay, let's have a closer
This is
look.
it.
This is what I was looking for. Yeah. And I think too, one other piece, as I mentioned, and you had said it, but just community building is kind of at the core for me. And so for BeeKonnected and being global, again, coming from smaller communities, there is so much going on in the world. And for example, we have a movement in our small towns and villages where it's no farmers, no food. And guess what? As I explore that more, it's a global movement. no farmers, no food around the world, and so again, it was looking for that platform where it could be really building a global community of like-minded people that are positive and wanting the world to be a better place, and working together among a very diverse world that we have in terms of cultures, languages, beliefs, all that type of thing. So yeah, that was, I jumped on pretty quick with BeeKonnected because there's really some exciting things happening here and lots to come, as we know.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like you and I would not meet, and we are sitting on different parts of the world.
Yes.
And in those other platforms, it's not that you meet in this close way or whatever you would call it. And that it's like you said, it's easy to find other people, and you see the other people, and you don't just see a lot of ads like you do nowadays in those big multi companies. There are too many ads in my thinking.
That's
And
right.
another thing that I love about this is that it's only one password and you get so many things in there, because I'm not so fond of passwords. I think they are, yeah, there are too many of those.
There is, I know, and certainly on a video level, our world is moving to video. I've been doing a little bit of podcasting for a while, but moving into video, and so then BeeKonnected is very nice of a platform, especially with our buttons that last into the future on the replays. That's an amazing opportunity for all kinds of businesses to be able to have people watch it later and very quickly and easily be able to find you outside of that replay, right? So great things on the platform. And again, with the premium content coming up for paid courses and paid group membership, just I'm pretty excited to see everything evolve.
Absolutely. And one other thing that I think, talking about these images and links on the left-hand side from where you see it, it's so easy to change.
Yeah.
So you can have one call with somebody and want to talk about this part of my business, and then the next hour you can have a conversation with somebody who is in this part of my business with different buttons and different images and so on, and it's just click 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 click.
Yes.
It's changed. It looks totally different if you want. I think that is also very neat.
Yeah. And again, sort of our collaborative effort. In my short time here, if it's sort of, 3-4 months of really diving in, met hundreds of people already on the platform where we can collaborate on different projects. So I may not be fully ready to do a certain project because I'm missing this skill. Well, guess what? I found somebody on BeeKonnected that is perfect. They've been doing it for years, so that we don't have to stop the project. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes in leadership, we get stuck on perfection and we maybe don't move forward. And this has been amazing because there's several coaches on the line on BeeKonnected that are just a perfect fit. And I was able to find them in the connection generator. You just type in the category that you're looking for or the skill set you're looking for, and it pops up people. I can go by country specifically for my community, or I could go globally and see who's out there with the skill set that I'm looking for. And we can just do some wonderful education sessions, training sessions online, and just share more with the world about who we are and perhaps how we can help people.
Yeah, and also you can actually find clients. Yes. Even though you're not searching specifically for, it's not a salesy place at all, but you can find people who needs what you are serving, and then it becomes a sales platform too, in that sense. And of course, when we have the premium content with the courses and so on, that's going to be, of course, a sales platform in that sense.
Definitely. I've actually added one to my virtual assistant team from the BeeKonnected platform. And I've also got one new client from it just for strategy planning and other good things for a business. And so that happened without me fully intentionally looking for that as I was getting set up and started. So yeah, great opportunity. And it doesn't mean people have to dive off of all the other platforms. It's just a tool. It's another tool for us to be able to reach more and different people that are probably, possibly in great alignment with what you're working on.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is like you say, it's a tool. It's not my business. My business is whatever my business is. My business is stress management. But here I work with the tool right now, and your business is your business. And there are people who are experts on LinkedIn, for example, and they can perfectly well use that knowledge and be the LinkedIn experts on this platform where they can market their expertise.
Yes.
So it's like you say, it's not that you have to get off everything else, but here's a toolkit that is what do you say? It's with good complementary things in it that
Yes,
work together.
absolutely. And some of the people that have come on and joined since I've joined, it's something new, it's something different. And I always just say to people, if we can reframe it to be sort of an exciting opportunity to learn something new, add on. It's very user friendly. The platform is again, you upload and you post just like other platforms, fairly simple. And, so I always say to people, don't feel overwhelmed. Again, that's Dr. Annika's specialty in terms of stress management and all those types of things. But come on and have fun and enjoy the process and learn something new. And again, there's lots of people on the platform ready, willing, and able to help people get set up to maximize their time here on BeeKonnected.
Yeah. But as a stress management person, I say one step at a time.
Right? We got to remember that.
And if it gets wrong, then just take a step back and start moving again, just a little bit in another direction, and then you will find it.
Yes.
Because what people do when they get stressed and it doesn't work, they start trying to work faster and do more things at the same time, and the more they keep doing, the what do you say, the more messed up you will be in your brain, and after a while you can't even think, and you say, I'm not even here.
Right.
That's when you need to take a step back and just breathe and start walking one step, small step.
Yes. And go easy on yourself. Treat yourself like a friend, as opposed to, I think sometimes we're very hard on ourselves, and we have to go easier on ourselves.
Definitely. And yeah, you know that from your the sports world, that people are trying too hard, and you have to be kind to yourself and both your brain and your body.
Yeah. Yeah. And whether it's business or sports or even wellness coaching, if someone's fallen off the wagon and had some junk food, or someone didn't go for a run, or any of those types of things, I always say our big reframe is always next time. All right,
Exactly.
that didn't work this time. What are we going to do next time? And then we just get focused and move forward. There's no sense beating ourselves up about this because it's not helping anything. So yeah, that's our phrase.
Yeah, what's done is done. So you can't change that. So why worry?
Yeah. Yes.
It's better to move forward and see, where do I want to go, and take steps towards that. Small steps, one at a time.
Yep.
Good. I think we've talked about all the things that you have on your list. because you talked about when we talk about the BeeKonnected, you talk about the the whole kit, so to speak.
Mhm.
That's your tool. It's not this specific thing that is the best. It's the whole package,
Yes.
because it's in line with each. The different parts are in line with each other, and they work together. Uh,
Yeah.
and you do things together, and you are within one password.
Yes.
I I think that is so good. And as I understand, your business is going to grow. You haven't been here so long, so I guess it hasn't been enormous steps yet, but you can see the enormous steps ahead using this.
Definitely. And again, I think coming from smaller communities or smaller towns or smaller cities, you can only have one-on-one clients, so many, and all of that. And so certainly for my type of work, very excited to be online and to be able to reach people in other parts of the country, other parts of the world. And again, sort of be able to share the knowledge. And we like to say rising tides floats all boats, and our team is of the motto that, you know, if we do well, others do well. If others do well, we do
Mhm.
well. And so we're really looking for being able to be of greater service online to more people.
Yeah, you can even have clients in Sweden.
Yes. Yes, that's right. You know, and I think the one thing we didn't talk about, I know we're wrapping up here, but color energy practitioner, I had brought that in just at the end. I have to, just quick funny story is that I'm a
Mhm.
recovering blackaholic. I used to wear black clothes all the time, black shirt, black pants, black shoes, black boots. And so over the years, I just sort of fell into a little bit of this color energy. And, you know, again, for businesses that do the color coding testing and all these different things. And I really kind of fell in love with it in terms of bringing more color into your world, the way those different colors can affect your mood in the doctor's
Mhm.
office, in your
Mhm.
office, in your bedroom, on your business cards and your marketing materials, right? Just the power of color. And, you know, I still have some black on, but I like to sprinkle in a bit more color here and there. And it's kind of, it's about being brave and being bold and really just
Mhm. Yeah,
bringing more tools in to help you achieve your goals and happiness, really.
yeah. I'm talking about colors. I never had black. That's not my color. I'm dark blue, as you can see.
The darker shades. Yep.
That's my favorite.
Nice. Well,
I
looks good
do
on
have
you.
other colors too, but that's my,
Yeah.
basic favor
Yeah.
favorite, but never black. I
Yeah.
never had black.
Yeah.
I
Interesting,
thought
right?
it was too harsh on my hair
Yeah.
to because I've always been blonde.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I like to say
Yeah,
people bring some good color energy and positive vibes in your world, and reach out and get connected if anyone wants to learn more about each other.
yeah. Thank you. And if you want to watch this again and all the other shows in this series, then you go to my BeeKon leadership group, and you can watch all the replays. They are hosted in there. So just go and become a member of that group. So I want to thank you so much, Denise, for a nice talk and for getting to know you. And
Yeah.
see you in BeeKonnected in
Yeah.
the feed.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Annika.
Bye bye.